Alrighty, so welcome back, guys, to the Kings of the Queen City Podcast. We're back once again this week with Zach and Liam. As we talked about last week, we said the Bills needed a huge win against the Patriots, and fortunately enough, they did get it done. So we're going to be recapping the game, discussing some of the other games that went on throughout the league. There were some very exciting games in every window. And then after that, we're just going to we'll see where that conversation takes us, and we'll discuss whatever from there. So I guess starting out with the Bills versus the Patriots, we both said that it was a very important game to win, which it was. If we didn't win that game, then we wouldn't have had a chance to win the division, I don't think. But we got it done. We're ahead on the tiebreaker now, and we're in first place in the division. So as long as we can win out the season, then, we're sitting well. Unfortunately, Miami also beat the Saints on Sunday night. Or on Monday night, I mean. So they unfortunately kept the momentum rolling, so they're staying hot on both us and the Patriots' tails. But we'll stick with the game for now. So what were your first thoughts after the game ended?
With Cole Beasley and Diggs out, or not Diggs, Davis, right? Isaiah McKenzie pulled up huge.
Yes, he did. He was my player of the game, without a doubt. My player of the game for sure.
He didn't get a lot of playing time this year. I thought last year he did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year they're just like, yeah, our receiving core is like omega deep, so we don't really need him. But he showed up and balled out.
Mm-hmm. He even got injured a couple times. They were minor injuries, but in that fourth quarter, he got injured. I think he hurt his stomach. He knocked the wind out of himself. And I think he also had a minor calf injury, and he still came back every time and toughed it out and just made insane catches and just clutch catches when we needed him on, second or third down. And every time I saw him catch the ball, it was in an important spot. It wasn't just McKenzie got a catch.
Right.
He like you said, with Davis and Beasley out, he showed up when we needed him to show up. And I wouldn't say he single-handedly won us the game, but he definitely played a massive impact. Yeah. So I mean, also another thing I want to address, I remember at the start of the season, or at least right before the season started, that I don't remember if it was Bleacher Report or if it was ESPN or somebody made a post talking about this matchup will be fun between J.C. Jackson and Stephon Diggs. And the entire comment section talked about how J.C. Jackson was going to lock Stephon Diggs up this year because he improved so much more, and Diggs is already kind of at the most elite level that he's playing at. And I said in the comments, I fought somebody. I was like, there is not a chance in the world that J.C. Jackson is going to lock down Stephon Diggs in either game. The one game, I'm not even going to consider that a good game for either team because that was just a shit show with the weather conditions.
Yeah.
And no receiver and quarterback was able to, make plays and whatnot.
Right.
But Stephon Diggs, once again, had Jackson's number, and he could not cover him at all the entire game.
Big tax.
I mean, I don't really know, what the point of everyone said. Don't get me wrong. J.C. Jackson did improve from last year, and he's improved every year of his career. But Stephon Diggs is easily a top 3 receiver, and there's not a chance in the world that he wasn't going to get some form of good yardage that game. So, I mean, I was extremely happy to see that. It was kind of like a big punch in the face to all the people that just continually hate on Stephon Diggs for absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
So that felt good to read as well.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking of is Micah Hyde getting 2 more interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
They are, I think even the announcers are this is the best safety duo in the league. And neither of them got into the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I know. Poyer didn't make the Pro Bowl again. We're the only safety tandem, I think, in the league right now that has 5 interceptions each for the safeties. Yeah, I don't know. It beats me how, once again, neither of them.
It just everyone. I feel like everyone on the Bills just gets on criminally underrated.
Yeah, I don't understand why either. It's it's understandable. Okay, you missed him because it's his first year in the league or something like that. Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer have been balling out for the last 5 seasons each, respectively. And somehow their numbers keep flying under the radar, even though you clearly look up on the stat sheet and they're always in like the top 5 for like specific statistics. So
Right.
like Poyer's always leading in tackles or something like that with safeties. Like you said, that we keep getting interceptions. I mean, the first one was kind of bullshit. That ball was in the air for like 20 seconds. That thing just hung up there. But the second one to ice the game, I mean, I know they had to go deep, but it's like they're constantly playing well and just getting overlooked every time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
When some players will get their due, I have no idea, because Poyer and Hyde are both 31 now.
So I think it's early 30s.
Yeah, I expect us to hang on to them for like, I don't know, the rest of their contract, and then maybe give them another short contract. It would definitely be smart of the Bills to hold on to them and like draft a safety in the next couple of years. I think someone that can learn under them. So, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I agree though. It's getting kind of annoying now watching them continually not make the Pro Bowl, and then you go and you look at the actual like stat sheet on NFL.com, and you see them leading in specific stats. It's like, okay, what's going on?
I just looked it up. They are both 30 years old.
Okay. So I mean, not extremely old, so they still got plenty of playing time left. So
yeah. But
nice.
I was looking at Josh Allen stats versus Lamar Jackson, and how Lamar Jackson is the Pro Bowl alternate or whatever.
Yep.
And it's just like stupid how I think in the 5 stats that I looked at, Josh Allen had better stats than 4 of them.
Yeah, I saw one post too on, it was probably on a meme account, honestly. I think it was on like NFL memes -IG or something like that. They were comparing Josh Allen to, I know Lamar Jackson was one of the QBs, and I think they compared him to someone else too. And Josh Allen, I think, was better in every single category that they were comparing. Yet Lamar Jackson had made the Pro Bowl. Josh Allen.
Yeah. Bullshit, man.
It's like, all right, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah. I don't understand.
So, oh well. But overall, I think the Bills played really well.
They got into some 4th down encounters that I was not very happy with, but the way they turned out was.
Yeah, I think both teams actually played pretty well on 4th down. I think the Bills actually were 100% on 4th down, and I think the Patriots only ended up missing like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So both teams were converting on 3rd and 4th for the most part. I know we didn't end up punting till like halfway through the 4th for the first time.
Right.
And then
no, wait, we didn't punt at all.
Oh, that's right, because we ended up going for it, right? So yeah, I mean, we didn't punt at all. The Patriots punted a couple times, but both teams were converting pretty damn well. But I mean, this just goes to show you how badly the weather affected the last game. And thankfully, like we said, the Bills' run defense needed to step up, and they finally did. We didn't give up those.
And, I mean, this week we had Milano back, right?
Yeah, which
I think is always a big help.
Yeah, you could see the impact that he was making, coming back. And even on that tipped interception, the first one from Hyde, that play by AJ Klein, where he kind of like faked the rush initially, and then he just backed off and he like just tipped it. That was a really good coverage play. So, having our full linebacking core back, that really helped. But yeah, I mean, defense played well as usual. Offense finally didn't do anything stupid. And Josh Allen was making those throws that we were used to from last year. Everyone was starting to question him a little bit through the season. Like, we knew he could do it, but we were like, where's the Josh Allen from last season that we saw? And I think we saw him again finally in this game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. From the last half of the Tampa Bay game through this game, the offense really carried their weight.
I agree.
I feel like, I was thinking Sanders had that one touchdown pass that he should have caught.
Oh, the one, it was literally right in his, I mean, it's a little behind him, but it should have been a catch. Like, there's no excuse.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like all in all, the game, it was a good game, but we like literally could have had it not even that close. That was loud.
No, yeah, I think we should have won by at least another touchdown because we had, I think, either 2 or 3 drop touchdowns, and then we had one called back for a penalty.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I think the game should have been even like further apart than it was, but in the end,
I agree.
we ended up winning by a possession at least. So, yeah, I mean, started well, played well from start to finish, which is
Hmm.
exactly what we needed. Because I mean, I personally I knew the Patriots had picked up a lot of pieces in free agency, but I didn't expect them to be this good.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean, giving him credit where credit's due. Like Mac Jones, he like the interception, the first one wasn't his fault. I mean,
yeah,
he didn't have to throw it there, but it got tipped. So I mean, you can't blame him for that. He's been playing
yeah.
really good all season. But like the announcer said, we put the game in a position where late it was going to be in his hands, and while he has played well all year, he's a rookie QB, so he still
Right,
has to learn how to handle those situations and stuff like that.
for sure.
So I mean, our game management was really good all game. Didn't get any stupid penalties for the most part. I mean, that Milano one, that was like
Yeah,
it was kind of soft, but it definitely was a penalty on him.
I think
Um,
honestly, I think they should have called back the Jerry Hughes one.
they did call that one back.
I know, I don't think they should have.
Oh, you think it should have stayed? I mean, yeah, I saw him. I saw like you could see that he was trying to hold him up and not like throw him on the ground. But I mean, like the announcer
That far
said,
out of bounds, I feel like it's not
you don't have to touch him. He's
right.
not your teammate. You don't have to try. I mean, it's good that you're trying to, like show player safety and stuff like that. You didn't have to touch him though. So
So
I mean,
I don't know. That's a toss up, I guess. But
it was nice to finally get some calls going the Bills' way though.
yeah, I know. Tom
Like,
Brady's not on the Pats. No,
yeah.
I was literally I was watching with my dad. He goes, "Man, his pockets must be getting pretty empty these days. Got no cash to throw around to the refs."
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, that garbage time touched. Well, okay, I say garbage time. The last touchdown to Dawson Knox won me my fantasy game,
Oh man, bet you're stoked about that then.
dude. I'm so happy. I put up 156 points
That's
to
nuts.
make a comeback.
You said you had Mixon and Higgins, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nuts.
I also had Dak, but I had him on the bench, so I could have just blown this dude out of the water.
Jesus.
I played Matt Stafford, and he got me like 6 points, and I
Yeah.
had Dak on the bench who had 31, and then just like dumb, like I had Sony Michelle on the bench because I figure Jonathan Taylor's like a powerhouse,
Yeah,
and
right.
then he put up 10 points, and Sony Michelle had 20.
Jesus.
But yeah, I had 3 players put up 106 points.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, I
Just
ended
it was
up
absolutely
everybody
huge.
everybody that won in my one league, it was a like a 2-week playoff leg
Yeah,
where
me
the
too.
other one was just a one. Um, I got beat 223 to 169. Um, this other dude lost 295 to 196.
Oh no.
This game was pretty close, 246 to 204. That was the closest one. And then this other dude got blown out 251 to 166. So like none of them were close except for one
Damn.
that was sort of
We
close.
had my game was 250 to 241. And then we had 248, 216, 238, 230, and then 168, 222. So like
Damn.
two of the games were close and two of them were blowouts.
Yeah.
But damn. I was so hyped because T. Higgins was just like a game day pickup where I was like, shit, Mike Evans is out. Who am I gonna play?
Let's go with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
epic.
those are huge pickups. Yeah, I thought I was coming back, and then as soon as I got to like the final matchup of last night's game, I had Alvin Kamara and the Saints defense, which the Saints defense actually didn't play like horrible.
Hmm.
It's just Ian Book is horrible.
Hmm.
So
I understand why the Saints wanted to talk to Drew Brees.
Yeah, bring him back. Apparently, the Colts are interested in bringing back Phillip Rivers now too.
Yeah,
They're calling him. So,
but let's talk about the Bengals real quick because they looked really good.
oh my God, they close early in the game. It was actually like a pretty close game. I don't know what the fuck it is, but Baltimore seems to have struck gold with their QBs because Hundley didn't look bad. And now Josh Johnson also didn't look bad. I don't think he threw a pick either. He only threw one touchdown. But, I mean, the Ravens' defense was the problem, not their offense, I think.
For sure.
So, I mean, whatever they got going on over there, clearly they have their offense built for a QB style like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
All three of their QBs can do what Lamar Jackson does, just less to an extent. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious like what they've built over there in Baltimore. But, yeah, to your point, the Bengals looked unreal. And I think Joe Burrow had 300 passing yards by halftime. He was at 2-something, real close to 300. And I was like, he's definitely hitting 400.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the end of the game. I mean, people were upset. They're like, oh, he didn't have to throw that pass to Joe Mixon to get his, stats boosted. But too fucking bad. It's professional.
Yeah, whatever.
If you don't want that happening, you're a professional athlete. Figure it out and stop him from doing it. So I mean,
but I mean, over 500 passing yards. That's like,
yeah. I'm actually share my screen again real quick. I'm gonna pull up NFL standings. Let me.
But yeah, dude, I was looking because I think this week the Pats have to play the Bengals.
Do they?
I think so, but now that you are questioning me, I'm questioning myself. Oh, also, do you see John Madden died?
Yeah, I just saw that notification actually.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, he has a documentary that's coming out real soon, right? Or like a interview with him or something like that.
I don't know.
He has some like show or documentary or interview that's either coming out very soon or just came out. I mean, I'll have to give that a look.
Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was talking about. The Pats played the Jaguars and the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Which the Dolphins looked.
So you know what? Actually, if the Pats lose out, they could miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is
especially if they lose especially if they lose the Dolphins, man, that puts a big dent.
That would put the Dolphins on ahead of them. Because I mean, let's say the Patriots lose this week, and the Dolphins also lose, and then the Dolphins end up. Well, actually, they'd be playing us. I don't think they're going to beat us. Honestly, they are hot right now. I don't think they will. But I mean, if the Dolphins. You said the Dolphins play them the last week because we play the Jets, right? Yeah. Imagine if the Dolphins end up overlapping or overpassing them on the last week to make the playoffs and they knock the Patriots out.
That would be nuts.
That would actually be insane. I want can I get the actual standings, not these screwy ass? Here we go. Yeah. Okay. If it would update. That'd be nice. Be real nice. Okay, sick. But I mean, even if that doesn't happen though, right now the AFC East looks like it's gonna have 3 teams making the playoffs with the way the Dolphins are playing.
Yeah.
It is just nuts because was there a team last year that had 3 teams go to the playoffs or no?
Last year?
I don't even remember if there was one recently.
Well, until recently, there wasn't a way to have 3, was there? Oh, I guess you had to have 2 wild cards.
Yeah.
Both go to. I'll look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, the Titans beat the 49ers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Why is this not updated yet? It should have updated already because these games are already done, right? The standings updated. They just didn't update the matchups. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because right now the Colts are tied with the Patriots. The Patriots actually below the Colts now.
Well, yeah, because wait, why?
Maybe because the Colts beat us and we beat the Patriots.
Maybe.
But yeah,
the
Dolphins are now in the wild card spot.
Let's go.
The Chargers lost to the Texans.
Oh, okay. 2020 AFC North, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cleveland all made.
That's right. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, right now the Dolphins are very hot. I'm intrigued to see how that matchup between them and the Patriots will go.
Did we look at who the Dolphins have to play?
What was that?
Did we look at who the Dolphins have to play?
No, I haven't looked. I mean, obviously they play the Patriots on the last week, but I don't know who they play next week.
I'll take a look.
All right.
Oh, Titans. Play Titans this coming week.
That'll be a good game. Because the Titans, if they lose that game and the Colts win, then
Colts should be above them.
The Colts should be in first then, right? Because the Colts beat the Titans.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if they beat them twice though, unless they still play each other.
I can look at that too.
What's the Colts schedule? The Colts will be moving up in the standings.
They play the Raiders and the Jaguars. Let's see. The Titans won in overtime once. They beat them twice this season. The Titans won twice this season.
Oh, they beat them both time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then they still wouldn't be ahead of them then.
They would be tied record-wise, but second place would be in.
So I guess then the next tiebreaker would just be who won more games in the division, right?
Yeah. The Titans, although, who did Tennessee lose to?
Have the Titans lost in their division? They lost to the Jets, right?
Yeah.
That's the only team I can think of.
They lost to Steelers.
Titans lost to the Steelers.
Patriots, Texans.
Oh, so they have lost the division game.
Jets. And that's it. Oh, Cardinals.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they've only lost one division game all year. So
and it was to the Houston Texans.
So they're 4-1 in their division right now?
Yeah. Interesting.
Dude, the Cardinals are on a slide right now. What is going on with them? You know, it's still crazy because I remember back earlier in the season. I mean, earlier, I say that. It's like 4 weeks ago. Every time I looked at them, they were like 10-2. And then it was like, I just looked at it, I was like, how are the Cardinals like actually doing this well? Like, I wasn't even paying any attention to them. I was like, wow, they're actually playing really well this season. And now all of a sudden they've just been losing. What have they lost? 3 straight now?
Yep.
So, I mean,
they're varying difficulty of teams where they lost to the Colts, the Rams, and the Lions.
Yeah. So, I mean, right here, it already says they have clinched the playoffs already. I don't know if they can actually slide any further because I think they beat the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
they beat them both times.
Okay, so yeah, so they can't actually slide any further, I don't think. I think it's only these 2 spots that are right here. Oh, never mind, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, they could actually slide
because even if they lost the next 2 and the 49ers won the next 2, they'd be tied in record.
Yeah, and they'd still be ahead then. So yeah, I mean, these are the only 2 spots that are still up for grabs. But the Vikings lost. The Falcons did win, but I'd be shocked if the Bills lost to the Falcons.
I'm surprised at how well the Falcons are playing.
No, they started the season shit.
I thought they were dog water.
They were dog water. I don't know. They've been flying under the radar, pun not intended. But the Vikings, I actually love the Vikings, but they're so damn inconsistent.
Mm-hmm. I
They
know. I feel like every week it's like either Justin Jefferson has like 400 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, or he like falls off the face of it.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like in recent years, after the season where they lost to the Seahawks on the missed field goal in the playoffs, I think it was like 2015 or something like that. They start the season out shit. Then they start winning games, and everyone's like, "Oh, here come the Vikings! They finally figured it out." And then they end the season inconsistent as fuck, and then miss out, and we're like, "Oh, yep, okay, that's what we're expecting."
That's the Vikings.
That's the Vikings. So, I mean, I love the Vikings, but they're just not good enough to be in the playoffs right now.
I agree.
They have some promising stars. I mean, like Dalvin Cook, he's a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins, sort of washed. He either like pops off or he throws like 3 interceptions and like 190 yards. And then, I mean, Justin Jefferson, he's a stud.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen, he's pretty good. Cameron Dantzler on defense, their young corner. I think he's in his second year this year. He's not too bad at all. And I mean, Eric Kendricks. But other than that, I mean, Harrison Smith, he's getting pretty old, and it seems like he doesn't really make too many plays anymore. So I mean, I don't know. Vikings, they got to figure it out. They're so close, yet so far every season.
Yeah, I agree.
Eagles, though, who are sitting in the last playoff spot right now, they are also hot right now. Albeit, I feel like some of the wins they've had in their win streak right now, I think they've won, 5 out of their last 6 or something like that.
Are they still on the back of Jalen Hurts right now?
Yep, Jalen Hurts is still the QB. I feel like some of their wins have been kind of like sloppy. Albeit, I mean, the whole NFC East, except for the Cowboys, is shit.
Right.
But they've been getting it done. And as a whole unit, they've seemed to figure it out and at the right time, because there's only 2 weeks left in the season and they're hot right now. I don't know who they play the rest of the season, but
Cowboys and the football team.
Oh, okay. So I mean,
so probably 1 win, 1 loss.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to beat the Cowboys, but I would expect them to beat Washington. So
yeah.
So I mean, I guess if you want, we could like make predictions right now on.
All right, sure. You want
to? Who could actually no, we'll say that for next week when we'll say that for week 17, so that way we know who's gonna make it in the playoffs, and then we'll do that. But yeah, right now I feel like out of the East or the AFC, I mean, honestly, the way the playoffs look right now, I didn't even realize Baltimore is out of the playoffs now with that loss. And considering they're tied with these teams, I'm not sure if they're gonna make it back in. So honestly, the way the AFC looks right now, I bet this is the way the playoffs stay. For that,
honestly, side. I agree.
And then on this side, I feel like this is the way it stays too. The only change I could see happening is maybe the Vikings somehow getting it together and knocking one of these two.
All right, I want to know who the Vikings play now.
Yeah, I don't know their schedule either.
Vikings, where are you?
I would assume maybe they have a divisional game.
Packers and Bears.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's maybe that will stay that way as well then.
Because that looks like a win and a loss to me.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it looks like I think those top 3 teams are going to be a win and a loss.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, the way these brackets look right now, I wouldn't be shocked if they stay this way the rest of the last 2 weeks. Honestly.
The only thing I can think maybe is a change up on seeding.
Yeah.
Because the Bills have 2 winnable games.
Yep.
I think the Bengals. I mean, I guess if you're in the playoffs and every game is technically winnable for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it depends on who everyone's playing, but I think with these last two games, it's just going to be a push to make sure that everyone stays where they are.
Yeah, I mean, one thing too that's kind of surprised me is how competitive the AFC has been. Like, this shows you only the Chiefs have clinched the playoffs in the AFC right now.
Yeah.
Like, theoretically, somehow, all these teams could not make the playoffs. Which
would be very interesting to see how that would happen.
Yeah, that's nuts, because literally that I would assume that all these teams would have to lose out, right? And all the ones down here on the bubble would have to win out.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, over here, you can see only 4 teams are on the bubble, and there's only two spots left. And these teams both have a game up on all these teams. So, I mean, yeah, it's just not. It'll be interesting to see how the seeding goes. But honestly, for the teams that they have in the spots right now, I could see these 14 teams going to the playoffs.
I don't see the Colts losing 2 games. I mean, the Pats maybe could, but I don't see it happening. The Dolphins are really hot. I think they maybe lose 1 game.
Because who'd you say the Dolphins play besides the Pats?
I don't remember.
Or is it one of the AFC South teams?
I feel like it has to be Tennessee.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, technically, I guess they could lose both.
Yeah, the Dolphins could lose both. The Patriots could lose 1. I don't see us losing either.
I don't see Tennessee losing 2.
Yeah. Is it possible for us to, because the Chiefs, have they clinched? No, they haven't yet. If we won out and the Titans went 1-1 and the Bengals won out, I think we would then be first, right? Because we beat the Chiefs. I don't know how the tiebreaker.
I think
Bengals.
No, but if then we would be tied with the Titans. But did they lose? No, they beat the Chiefs, right?
We lost to the Titans.
Did the Titans beat the Chiefs?
I don't know.
Because I wonder how it would happen if all 3 of us had the same record.
Well, we beat the Chiefs, so we would be above the Chiefs then.
But we also lost to the Titans, so the Titans could be above us.
Yeah.
But what if the Titans had lost to the Chiefs?
I don't fucking know, honestly. I'll get paid for this. God damn it, this shit's confusing with the tiebreakers. I don't fucking know. But yeah, all in all, I think this is a pretty good representation, in my opinion, at least, of how the playoffs keep up. Honestly, I see minimal movement. I mean, the only team, honestly, out of these that I think are contenders now, I mean, if Lamar Jackson comes back, I could see the Ravens possibly getting back into the playoffs. But until he's back, the Chargers are the only team I could see maybe bouncing somebody out. So,
damn, I wish you could project, because the ESPN app tells you the Bengals win tiebreak over Buffalo based on best win percentage in conference games. So I wish I could say what happens if this happens, and then
the Bengals have more AFC wins than the Bills do.
Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't let me project, which is kind of sad.
I got you. So yeah, oh well.
What was the big upset? It was Houston.
Oh yeah, Houston beating the Chargers. I don't know. I didn't watch the highlights for that game. I just saw the score updating on the bottom of the TV. So, but I did see I did see some clips from it. the pick six at the end of the game to ice it.
Yeah.
I don't know I know they had Eckler out. I don't remember if he was out because of injury or COVID, but I think that played a big part in how the Chargers approached the game and ultimately ended up making them lose because he's like, it's disrespectful to say a budget Christian McCaffrey, but that's kind of like what he is because I don't think he's as good as Christian McCaffrey, but he does the same stuff and he does it very well. So they definitely missed out on Eckler both in the run and pass game because he's always that extra outlet if he needs it.
Yeah.
I think that affected their game plan a little bit. And
yeah, Eckler out Sunday after a positive test.
Yeah, so I would assume he'll probably be back for next week. I would assume he's probably vaccinated.
Yeah.
Be out a week then, right? I don't know how long you have to show no symptoms or something like that.
Oh yeah, I just saw that Carson Wentz is going to be out now.
Yeah. Was that because of COVID as well, or is it an injury now?
COVID.
Okay.
He's not vaccinated, so he's going to be out 10 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that would explain why they were calling Phillip Rivers then.
Yeah.
I could see him coming back. I think he's more likely to come back than Breeze, but I also think it's still a low percentage chance because isn't he like teaching his son's high school team?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I don't see him coming back anytime soon.
The season's over, but I mean, he's probably enjoying retirement right now. If I had to guess.
I know. I feel like once you retire, you should just be done. Sorry, Brett Favre, but.
Oh, I know. Dude came back twice, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What the hell? Stay in your fucking living room.
Join me in my living room so we can chat.
So yeah, we'll definitely have to do predictions on week 17 then. Considering almost all the seeding is done, I guess week 17 we could. Do you have work on the weekends?
No.
I mean, if you wanted to, we could try and do an episode before the 1:00 games on Sunday. And we could try and make predictions like by the end of the day, who's gonna be in the playoffs and who's not. We'll talk about that. But
okay.
NFL's looking pretty spicy right now, especially on the AFC side.
Lots of stuff that could happen coming up.
Yeah.
Look at that +4 on that rising up Miami Dolphins.
I know. That's nuts. I counted them out in week 9. I'm not gonna lie, when they were 2-7 or something.
Yeah, I was like, that's tough. Bye.
No way. And they've just been winning games. I don't remember how hard their schedule's been, but I mean it's probably almost identical to the Bills. So
I had to play the same teams.
Yeah, so I mean they've been getting the job done. Doesn't matter who against. So
yeah, can't fault them if they're you're hot.
Exactly. And they're hot and the Patriots are not. So they keep that slide going.
Yes, sir.
I mean, other than that though, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Not particularly.
Yeah, me neither. I was mostly prepared to just talk about football. So I guess one more thing to touch upon. The Browns, if Baker didn't throw 4 interceptions, I think they might have won that game.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised on how close it was. Green Bay ended up winning on a field goal. I don't think it was like a game-winning field goal, but I think it was just they won by that difference because they only won by 2 here. Well, I'm surprised on how close the Browns kept it, considering not everyone was
4 interceptions.
Massive COVID stint that they had, where like I don't know, like half their starters were in protocol. Yeah. And I mean, they kept it pretty damn close. I don't know. Baker was fucking crying on the sidelines. Oh, these balls aren't inflated enough. I can't throw them. But
Men's really went, fuck it. There's someone down there and just huck the ball.
Yeah, I mean, but if he throws maybe even 1 less interception, I think the Browns win that game, which I did not pick them to win. I thought for sure they were going to lose like by at least a touchdown, if not more.
Yeah.
And albeit Devontae Adams and Rodgers did have a very good day, it was
33
only
points, baby.
Yeah, they only won by 2. So, yeah. I mean,
and I think the kicker missed the extra point.
On the Browns, I think you're right. I think he may have missed the first extra point.
Who's the Browns kicker? You know.
It used to be Greg Joseph, I think, but he's on Minnesota now.
Let's see if I can.
I don't know who it is right now.
Here, let me just search kickers.
Part of me keeps thinking it's Austin Siebert, but I don't know if that's still him or not.
Cleveland. Chase McLaughlin.
Oh, okay. That's some new guy they picked up this season, I think.
No, wait, he didn't play against.
Oh. Wait, no, isn't it? Oh, no, that's McPherson's on the Bengals. Yeah, I mean, if he makes that extra point, if they did miss one, then that's even a point closer. So, I mean, the Browns could have won that game if Baker didn't freaking shit the bed. But I mean, props to keeping it close, I guess.
Yeah. Who is their kicker? Cleveland. Is this guy? One. Yeah, he had 4 points. What happened? 1 of 2 extra points, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess he did miss one then. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Browns, if Baker throws 1 or 2 less interceptions, I honestly think they would have won that game, which that would have been a huge win for them. But they didn't win. Oh, well. Probably not making the playoffs now. Sucks to suck.
You know, as much as I hate the Cowboys, they look unstoppable against the football team.
Yeah.
Their defense came up huge. They literally could not be stopped. And by a defense that was supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, they were up, what, 42 to something at halftime?
Something like that. 42 or 49 or something.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to see him keep running the score up. I'm
not convinced they didn't try.
Oh, they definitely did try. I mean, they obviously put in their second and third stringers. Like you could see that by after the half. But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched the game, but I watched like the second part of it. They had all of their second and third stringers in.
Oh, gotcha.
By the fourth quarter. So yeah, I wanted to see him keep running the score. Personally, I think it's stupid when coaches are like, "Oh, that was disrespectful that they kept trying to, play when they were already up by 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes left." It's like, you're a grown man. You coach a grown man's team in a grown man's sport. If they're going to run the score up on you, that just shows that you suck and you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's not disrespectful. That's them playing the game, and they trained hard to try and beat you this week. So if they're going to absolutely smash you, they're going to do it right in front of you.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's stupid when coaches are like,
when that what's his name was mad that Lamar Jackson ran when there was like no time left in that one game to keep his streak, 100-game streak going or whatever, or 100-yard streak.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got like merit. Like he's trying to set a record. I feel like that. I don't know.
Exactly. He's not doing it to disrespect you. They're doing it like for their purpose, not just part of it definitely is like humiliation, but it's not intentional humiliation. It's like, okay, we just put up 50 on you in 3 quarters. You should feel humiliated. We didn't try and do that to you on purpose to humiliate you.
Right.
We just did it because we were more prepared than you this week, and now you are humiliated because you couldn't stop us.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's all a bunch of little kid bullshit. That's like when you're in U10 soccer and you put up 5 on the team in the first half, and the coach is like, "All right, let's try and like make 5 passes before we try and score a goal." It's like, fuck you. Okay, I'm playing. I'm scoring goals. So
I agree.
Yeah, but all in all, good week in the NFL. Exciting games in every window.
Yeah, and we got a few extra. Was that this week or last week?
What?
I don't remember. Never mind.
Yeah. So I mean, if you don't have anything else to talk about, then you could probably just end it there.
I mean, I could talk about the NBA, but we don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know. Did anything really exciting happen? I don't think so, right?
Not really. I mean, the Suns lost on Christmas and then lost again.
Yeah, I saw
They're
that.
like 2 games back now from Golden State, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. And then Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan put up like over 60 points and like over 15 assists.
Yeah.
So that was pretty big. But
And then ISO Joe hit the court for the Celtics.
Yes,
which was
he
pretty
did.
cool.
Yes, he did.
But other than that, nothing really going on.
No. So I mean, we'll discuss the NBA once it starts getting closer to playoffs and shit like that.
Sounds good.
For sure. But yeah, if we got nothing else, if you want to do the outro.
All right. You want to do it? I did it last time.
Go for it.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We talked mostly Bills, but all in all, NFL. So hit this link one more time next time for more NFL information.